Hey, what's going on, everybody? Mike Strauss, Mike MMA, back with another interview. This time, I have Mr. Isaac Vallie-Flagg on the show. He has a bare-knuckle boxing fight coming up here this weekend at BKFC 5. But before we get to that conversation, you guys know you can find my work at bjpenn.com, Low Kick MMA, Cage-Side Press, and of course my YouTube channel, Mike Strauss, Mike MMA. All right, now back to my conversation with Isaac Vallie-Flagg. We have a lot in common, and I think you'll enjoy it. I want to introduce Mr. Isaac Vallie-Flagg to the show. He has a big fight coming up here, man, a bare-knuckle fight. What is going on, brother?
Oh, nothing, man. Just getting ready for it. Starting to lose some weight this week and finishing up camp, you know.
For sure. I saw you have a birthday coming up, huh?
Yeah, it's actually 2 days after the fight, which is, I'm going to be fucking that much older.
No, dude, I hear you, man. I mean, you know, it's a weird thing, right? I mean, you know, I'm sure you're like me, where you don't feel like you're 40 years old, but shit, sure enough, you are, right?
Yeah, you know, and it's funny because some days I definitely, you know, especially being in this sport a little bit older, you feel your age and then some, and then, but then you look at the rest of the 40-year-olds around, and you're like, I'm doing pretty damn good for 40, you know?
Yeah, I hear you. Especially, you've put yourself through a lot of things, I imagine, and, you know, it's a miracle that, you know, we're still around, right?
Very much a miracle.
But, you know, it's been about 2.5 years since we got to see you in action. Is that right? It was 2016, August of 2016 was your last fight, right?
Well, yeah, and then I fought on that WBKFF card that nobody got paid on. But MMA-wise, that was, August of 2016 was my last fight. So.
Yeah, my bad. I totally forgot about that card. Lieben was on that card. Phil Baroni. That was just that was a terrible thing for you guys, brother. You know, obviously, I mean, you know, all the apologies in the world don't make up for you guys not getting paid. But I hope eventually, you know, you guys do get what's right. But yeah, you're gonna get paid for this one, man. And I'm excited because when you're on, there's not many guys that can stand and trade with you.
Yeah, and that's you know. The one thing I'm trying to actually get away from is the standing and trading. You know, I'm trying to, which is, you know, it's definitely a tool to have, right? But I want to outbox this guy. You know, I've been working on my boxing, and I would like to, you know, especially with the bare knuckle, the whole idea of standing and trading is a bad idea because you don't have gloves, number one, and then, you know, any shot you take could be the shot that puts your lights out. It's, you know, having another pro fighter fighting with you with bare knuckles is it's a little bit more dangerous. So I think you have to be a little bit more cautious than I like to be in my last fight.
Yeah, very good point, man. Anything could happen when you're talking about bare fists. How was camp, man? Are you still at Jackson Wink?
I'm not at Jackson Wink anymore. I've been working with Ruben Griego, who's a boxing coach out here, and my kickboxing coach, Terrace James. And I've actually had the kind of the luxury to work with some higher level boxers here in New Mexico. We've got, I mean, you know, New Mexico's a fighting state. We've got great boxers, great MMA guys, and I've got to work with the Atrisco kid, who's Fidel Maldonado. I've actually worked with Josh Gomez, who's Michelle Waterson's husband, a little bit, and then Willie Villanueva, really good boxers. So, you know, because of what I'm doing, I've been trying to focus more on the boxing aspect of the mixed martial arts game, you know?
Absolutely makes sense. I mean, and you know, you are already a very competent striker, man. So do you feel like all this extra time training, just specifically with your hands, obviously it's cliche to say, you know, I'm the best version of myself ever, but in your case, it almost seems like that fits.
Yeah, it does. I mean, I think so I've been pretty open about some of my struggles with the addiction stuff in the past, and so I'll just kind of throw that in there. You know, I mean, I fought guys when I was not doing real well with the addiction stuff, and so even at 40, I'm still kind of recognizing the best version of myself. I'm clean now, and getting to actually not having to worry about a bunch of stuff that I was worrying about in the past. So I'm really getting to focus on getting better for what I'm doing. So kind of, I think each fight I am seeing the best version of myself, you know?
You know, that's super cool, man. And I'm not sure if you know, people that are listening who haven't maybe had the troubles with substance abuse, I'm not sure if they're gonna completely understand that. But for people that do, oh my God, I completely understand, because that's a full-time job. You know, I mean, even if you're not out there actively using, you're thinking about it. Just to be free of that, man. Just to be able to dedicate your whole entire being to something you love now, like boxing, mixed martial arts, the bare knuckle now. I mean, I imagine it's been like freeing, right? I mean, how long have you been sober, if you don't mind me asking?
A little bit over a year now. So, and yeah, it has been. I mean, very freeing. There's because one of the things I talked about the fight with Takanori Gomi. I was 4 days into kicking oxys,
Ugh.
and so I was sick for that fight. Essentially, like I was dope sick and worried about pissing positive still and stuff like that. And there's not that worry there. And then on top of the physical stuff, there is just the addiction stuff is a mental grind. Like you said, it is a full-time job mentally, and not having that freedom is one of the best things ever, right? So
That's awesome. That's so cool, man. Well, I'm so happy for you, man. I truly think that we're gonna see a lethal dude come Saturday night, man. And I harken back to those old Strikeforce days, man. Watching you come up, and yeah, it's a throwback, man, for sure. But you're one of those dudes, and I'm just happy that you're around and we all get to see you do your thing, man. And hats off to you, brother. Just keep doing the sobriety thing. I'm only 3 years in, so we're relatively new to this game. So I'm not telling you anything new, brother. I appreciate your time. I want to give you a few minutes here, man. Coaches, sponsors, whatever you'd like, brother. Floor is yours, Isaac.
Just again, I haven't been focusing on sponsors or stuff like that. It's really kind of been improving and just trying to build something cool at the gym that I'm doing now, Tier 1 martial arts and fitness, and enjoying life for what it is, and look forward to doing whatever I'm going to be doing here in the future with the sport.
Well, I appreciate it, brother. And I won't be there, but I'll be there in spirit pulling for you, man. This Saturday night, BKFC 5. It's going to be a good show.
Thanks, man. Thank you for having me on.
Anytime, Isaac.